Hey family, I am Almedia Lee Exum and welcome to my podcast. I want to say to everyone, Happy Life Day. Happy Life Day. Happy Life Day. Every day that we are living is a day to be happy. So happy Life Day, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in and thank you for supporting. The motivational message of the day is climb the mountain. Again, the motivational message of the day is climb the mountain. We all have different mountains in our life. And you may ask, Almedia, what is a mountain? Well, it's up to you, What is your mountain? Your mountain may be debt. It may be loneliness. You or someone you know may be tackling a health condition. Perhaps for you, your mountain may be a failed relationship or a failed friendship. Maybe you're having trouble at your job. Perhaps you're experiencing like roadblocks, starting your own business, the business you always dreamed about. I want to encourage you to climb the mountain. Everyone wants to live at the top of the mountain, but all of the happiness and growth occurs while you're climbing the mountain. Y'all, let's climb the mountain. For a lot of people, including me, the mountain that we're climbing the most, that we're trying to conquer, that we're looking past, we're trying to look past. You can't really look over a mountain. You have to climb the mountain and look past it, look at the top of it and go over it. But a lot of us, we see this mountain and we ignore it. And I know for me, a big mountain for me has been fear. Fear is a big mountain. Perhaps you are experiencing a mountain of fear. Fear that things will always be the same. Fear that you will never accomplish what you want to accomplish. Fear that you will always be lonely, misunderstood, unhealthy, poor, or maybe an outcast. Fear is a heavy weight. And fear is a huge mountain to climb, y'all. I know for certain. I have experience with that. With the mountain of fear, I would just like to encourage you all to take baby steps, y'all. Crawl if you must, but that mountain above all mountains is hard to climb. Take baby steps, crawl if you have to. Fear has held me back before, and it can be one of the hardest mountains to climb. But trust me, you can do it, and it can be done. In my personal life, I have a fear of heights. So I don't know if I have, what do you call it? It's called like vertigo or something. I don't know, y'all. But when I get high up, this includes flying. Flying is a whole different deal. But I know with heights, I get very dizzy, very nervous. I don't want to talk. I just start going internal. I have a fear of heights. And I've mentioned this in some of my other podcasts, but I was a flight attendant for a while. And you would think like, yo, Almedia, how are you a flight attendant when you're afraid of heights? I had to conquer that fear. And can I tell you something? Listen in. You listening? I still have that fear, but the fear doesn't have me. Now I'm still working on it. But I had a fear of heights, but I decided, even though I'm afraid of heights, not flights, I'm afraid of heights, I still want to travel. So it's something that I battle with every day, but I don't let it stop me from flying. My fear of heights, I don't let it stop me from climbing, from hiking, from jogging. I was in San Diego, and I remember when we were in San Diego, we were on this bridge. It's this park you all should check out if you're there. It's called like Balboa Park, and it leads to a museum, and the bridge is high up. Because in California, there's a lot of mountain areas and stuff, and a lot of like mountainy, hilly areas, and so we went on this bridge, and the bridge is like high up in the mountain. Like it's like above the highway. And so it's high up, the bridge that takes you to the museum. I'll keep this short, but basically, I start feeling dizzy because you're looking down, you see cars like 100 feet down or whatever. Just, you see cars all the way at the bottom. And, I didn't want to be by the edge because I felt like I would just fall over. I felt really dizzy, but it didn't stop me from crossing that bridge. It didn't stop me from crossing that bridge. I was really, really dizzy, and there's been a lot of times, like, even if I'm getting on a roller coaster or ride, I remember I went to this water park and I was nervous about being up, but I don't let the fear consume me, but fear of heights is something that I have, I remember I was working a job. I've worked so many jobs, you all, and I had to get over another mountain of fear. And I didn't know if I can get over this. I was a life skills trainer, which basically, you're basically like a live-in nurse, caretaker, basically. And with that job, I found out after training, or like the last day of training, that a part of the job of like helping the people that in the program, like, so you go in and you feed them, you're basically restoring them back to health, people who have been injured in car accidents or have any type of brain injury. So you're clothing them and all that type of stuff, right? You're clothing them, you're feeding them, you're helping them with physical therapy type stuff, making sure they're mobile and they're moving their arms and stuff like that. So I found out the last day of training that I would have to wash people, like see people naked. I was petrified. I was in college. It was a job I was doing to help me make some money while I was in college. I was like, well, I'm about to quit. I don't care if I need the money. I'm not going to see anyone else naked. I'm not. I just said, look, you all have to put me in a house that doesn't have anyone that needs help being washed, because not all of the clients needed help being washed, but some of them needed help being washed. Can I tell you something? My fear consumed me. I was like, well, they better just not assign me to any clients that need to be washed, because I'm going to quit. As soon as I got out of training, I was assigned to a house that actually more than one person needed to be showered in the morning. And they were men. I was like, I'm quitting. And I started talking to some of my new coworkers, and they were like, oh, it's not that bad. I said, no, you don't understand. I don't want to see anybody naked. It's invasive for me and it's invasive for them, and they're going to feel uncomfortable and I'm going to feel uncomfortable, and I can't see naked people, and I'm not going to wash anybody's body. Like, it was a mountain. And the day that I said I was going to quit, I said, well, let me just try to get through this day. I was prolonging the quit. I was prolonging me saying I quit. I was like, I'm going to get through this day. And then just before the day is over, I'm going to quit. I'm just going to quit because they're going to tell me to wash them, and I can't do it. And I made it to, I guess, the person's room that I had to take into the shower. And these are people who can't move by themselves. They need you to help them get into the wheelchair, help them get into the shower. Great clients, and that just need extra assistance. And to make a long story short, you all, I did my first shower. I was totally uncomfortable doing it, and or bath or shower, whichever one I had to do. And I was totally uncomfortable. But what I realized was that it was not about me. It was about making them feel comfortable, because I can wash myself. I'm totally mobile and totally I can wash myself, feed myself. The client, I started to care more about them feeling comfortable. I was a new worker. They hadn't never seen me before. And so now I have to go and wash them and put on their clothes and get them dressed. And so I slowly but surely, I didn't quit. I did the first bath. And I was gritting my teeth the whole time. But when I saw my client, I saw how nervous he was. I started to just pour all of my attention into accommodating him, and after that, I did a lady. I was cleaning her up and, showering her and putting her clothes on. And it was about making them feel comfortable. And so over time, I think I had that job for like 2 years, you all. Over time, it was nothing to wash people. It was about me making sure they were okay. It was like, look, I want you to feel comfortable. I want to make sure, you in the shower, as long as you want to be in the shower, we hitting all the, doing all the things, hitting all the spots to make sure you feel comfortable. We don't have to double wash. I don't know if I'm giving too much information, but basically it changed from me having a fear that was all about me to me climbing that mountain, and on the top of that mountain and on the other side of that mountain, it was about being of service to other people. These are mountains that I have had to climb and conquer, and that I'm still climbing, because some mountains take time, take baby steps, you know? Another mountain that a lot of people have is the mountain of the fear of being alone. A lot of people climb that mountain all the time. You know, you may have lost someone, or you may fear that you are losing someone, and you have this fear that, oh, you're going to be alone, and that's a mountain that people climb. I want to encourage you that all mountains can be climbed, and I want to encourage you to climb the mountain. Don't ignore it. Don't look past it, because once you're at the top, it feels so good. I'm not perfect, y'all. I'm still climbing lots of mountains. I have a fear of trucks, and I'm still working on that mountain. I just don't like trucks. I don't like big trucks, like the semi trucks on the expressway, you all. I don't like that. I don't like big things around me. You know, I don't like big things, big trucks, like huge. You know, I love animals. But I remember I went on a safari and we were really close up to some elephants. And I'm like, I don't want to be up close to no elephant. This elephant is bigger than our whole van. Like, it's pretty from a distance. I love the elephants, but I don't want it to step on me. You know, I don't want to feel like an ant, you know. And side notes, I don't step on ants because I'm huge and the ant's tiny, you know. So like, I just, you know, but we all have mountains to climb, you know. And what I want to encourage you today is to climb that mountain. Whether it's like me, a fear of heights, and that's your mountain. Maybe your mountain is money and getting your money the way you want it to be. Maybe it's building the type of relationship you want for your family and your friends and your spouse, your partner. Maybe it's just getting your life in order. Maybe you just have a mountain of identity and you're trying to figure out who you are, where you're going, how you fit in the world around you. Mountains are scary, and mountains are hard to climb, but hear my voice. They can be done. You can do it. I've done it. I'm continuously doing it. I'm in the process of climbing mountains. And if I can do it, I know you can do it. Last thing I want to say to you all is that when we stand upon the mountain that we're climbing, when we stand upon it, we realize that it is not the mountain that we conquer. It is ourselves that we conquer. So when we stand upon that mountain, you're not truly conquering the mountain. You're conquering yourself. I want to encourage you to climb the mountain. That is the motivational message of the day. I hope it inspired you. I hope it motivated you. I want to plant these seeds of hope and inspiration within you. Look, I'm a big plant and tree lover, so think of this motivation as fruit. Fruit from the tree of life. Thank you for your support. Remember to click that subscribe button on YouTube and become a Patreon on patreon.com. You can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, SoundCloud at my name, which is Almedia Lee Exum. If no one has told you today, know that you are loved and you are valuable. And remember to have a happy life day.